same energy that you're putting into that relationship into your business. Hey y'all, it's your girl JuryahT, and I am back with another video. So like I've mentioned in my Q&A video, I am starting my entrepreneur series. So the way it is going to work is it's going to be broken down into several stages. And so right now, this particular video is going to be about the beginning stage, things that you need to do before you actually go even into starting a business. So this video, and I'm gonna have another video after this with going into things that you need to do before going into business, but I wanted to start off with these 5 key tips that I feel like are essential and that I had to learn along the way. And these are things, honestly, that I haven't heard anybody really talk about that I feel like is very important. So since I went through this whole process and I did it, I'm going to share what I know. So I hope you all enjoy these videos, and get a pen and a piece of paper, because now we're about to take some notes. Class is in session. So first thing, number 1 on the list is you need to evaluate. Evaluate your life right now. Evaluate the people that are in your life right now. Evaluate the things that are bad that's in your life right now. Evaluate the things that are good. You have to sit back and think about this, because it is going to be essential and it is going to be key. Make a list. Here's what's going to help you. Make a list. Writing things down. Writing things down is also something that's key, that has helped me. Write things down. Write a list of things that are good and things that are bad, because you need to start separating. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit later in the video on why that list is going to be important, because that list is going to help you with the next steps. If you're wondering, how are you going to evaluate? What do I do? What are some things that I do? First things first, start off with the people in your life. Who is it that you're surrounded by? Who is it that you are close with? Who is it that you're necessarily not so close with and you want to build a better relationship with? Who are people in your life that influence you to do bad things? Who are people in your life that influence you to do good things? Are you mentally stable? How do you handle your emotions? Are you a patient person? How do you deal with situations that occur? My thing was, I didn't deal with my issues. I didn't deal with them. I just let them be, and that is my biggest regret. And now I know that it is important to actually deal with your emotions and having control over them, because sometimes when you just let things go and let things slide, then they build up this anger in you that you never even knew that you had inside of you. So number 1 is to evaluate your life. Evaluate your friends. Evaluate your family. Evaluate the good things that you have in your life. Evaluate the bad things that you have in your life, and this will help tremendously. It is very important, and like I said, I don't see many people talking about this, but I'm gonna talk about it. Next, we need to get mentally and spiritually aligned. Now, when I say get spiritually aligned, I'm not saying that you have to go now and pick up a Bible and start doing that. If that works for you, if you feel like in your evaluation process, you feel like that you're lost and you're confused, you don't have any faith, you don't trust and believe in anything, that's a big problem. I'm not saying go be a Christian or go become a Muslim. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you need to acknowledge, though, that there are people who are watching over you, and there are people who are guiding you and that are going to protect you. Because when you are mentally disaligned, I don't know if that's a word, but if not, I just made it a word. If you're mentally disaligned and you're spiritually disaligned, you are going to be all over the place. You're not going to be able to think clearly. You're not going to be able to hear clearly. You're not going to be able to see the vision clearly. You also have to develop a faith and trust in whoever it is that you believe in, to trust that they're going to guide you through this process. Because honestly, sometimes we don't have it in us enough to believe that we can see this thing through. So you have to trust that they got you and that they're going to help you. And this is why I said it's very important. When I started my business, I was not mentally aligned and I was not spiritually aligned. And so my thoughts were all over the place. I was doing things that were not good for me. I was surrounded by people who weren't good for me. But once I realized the key things, that this is important. Me believing in something, me believing in God, me believing in my ancestors, me believing in my forces that protect me and watch over me is very important. But I'm not saying that you have to go grab onto a religion. If you feel like you do need to do that, do that. Here's some things that I did that helped me become mentally and spiritually aligned. So I'm gonna talk about the mental, and then I'm gonna go into the spiritual. Some mental things that I did that helped me get spiritually aligned was I got a journal. I started writing my daily thoughts out. I started speaking affirmations into myself. I started, anytime I had a negative thought, I started talking positive things. So anything that would tell me, oh, I'm not good enough, I will affirm it with, I am good enough. So saying daily affirmations definitely does help. Also, changing up your environment. If you're around people who constantly speak negative into you and who are constantly doubting you and telling you that you can't do something, that's something that you need to get rid of, which we did in the evaluation process. That's why I said the list is very important. So that's some things that I helped with getting mentally aligned. Also meditating, also sitting down and working through my emotions, trying to pay attention to the emotions. Like if somebody says something to me that made me very angry, instead of lashing out, I have to say to myself, okay, what emotion is it that I'm feeling right now, and how am I going to handle this? That's something with becoming mentally aligned. That's why I said deal with your emotions, deal with situations, because when you don't, you just let things build up in your head. You let all these things build up, and it's not good and it's not healthy. So that's one thing. One thing I did to get spiritually aligned was I bought this book. Now, if you're not Christian, if you don't really believe in Christianity, then this will not be the book for you, because this is a devotional Christian book. It is called 100 Days of Believing Bigger. Honestly, this has helped my life tremendously. Okay, I wake up every morning and I have to do it. This is how I get my day started. Another thing, just simply praying. If you only know about God right now, pray to God. Ask him to help you find a spiritual path. Ask him to help you with these things, and I'm telling you, he will answer. He will answer. Okay, so now that we did evaluation, now that we're getting mentally and spiritually aligned, also why spiritual alignment is also important is because you have to understand that what is meant for you is meant for you, and understanding that everything takes time. Because a lot of the times when we start a business, I know for me, my biggest mistake was thinking that I was going to start a business and then I woke up the next day and I was going to become rich. I literally thought that, like, that's what I thought. And when it didn't happen, I was easily discouraged. And that's why I said spiritual alignment is important. Because even when I feel discouraged now, because I still get discouraged sometimes, even when I do feel discouraged, I know that, okay, God has a bigger plan for me. My ancestors have a bigger plan for me. So I ask them for their guidance, and I ask them to give me the strength that I need to keep going and to keep pushing. Understand that everybody is not meant to become an entrepreneur. We still need doctors. We still need lawyers. We still need teachers. So maybe becoming an entrepreneur is not for you, but that is why it's important for you to be spiritually aligned, so that you can be connected and it can tell you which way to go. So now that we have went through the evaluation process, we have went through the spiritual and mental alignment, now here is where we do process of elimination. Process of elimination. Going through the evaluation, you made a list which helped you figure out, okay, what are the things that are bad in my life, right? Then the spiritual alignment process is going to show you things. God is gonna reveal things to you. So now here is the things that God is revealing to you that aren't good for you. He's showing people's true colors who are around you. Listen to him. Listen to whoever you believe in, whoever it is, whether it's God, whether it's Allah, whoever it is that you believe in. Listen to them, because they're going to show you and they're going to reveal things to you that are not good for you. And they're also going to reveal things to you that are good for you. They're going to reveal the power that is within you. Okay? So process of elimination, here is where you're going to eliminate all bad things that are not serving you and your purpose in life. So whether it's a relationship, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's the bad habits that you have to get rid of these things, because like I said, when you are distracted, you cannot focus on your purpose. People who are not good for you will give you distractions. That's what the devil wants. The devil wants you to become distracted because he doesn't want you to walk in your purpose. He doesn't want you to become aligned mentally and spiritually. He wants you to keep sitting around talking down on yourself. He wants to keep you doing things that are not good for you and that are not serving you. Trust me, I went through this process. I was doing things that I don't even really want to speak of because I was embarrassed to say, this is things that I really was into. Like, this is things that I really wanted to do. Like, you have to eliminate these things out your life. And it's going to be hard. Understand that, yes, I'm making this into like a 15-20 minute video, but understand that this is a process. This is not going to happen overnight, let alone a week, let alone a month. This took me months to master, and I had to go into isolation in order to do this. You have to isolate yourself sometimes. You have to isolate yourself from the things that aren't good for you and for the people that aren't good for you. Maybe isolation doesn't work for you, but that's what worked for me. I had to literally stay by myself, be alone, and work through my emotions, work through my thoughts, work on my spiritual relationship. I had to do these things by myself. And also, when you eliminate things, you kind of are showing yourself that, okay, maybe I didn't need these people in my life the way I thought I did. Maybe I didn't need smoking, and maybe I didn't need drinking the way I thought it was. You develop a sense of independence, and in order to build a business, you have to be independent. You cannot rely on other people to help grow your business, because I'm telling you, we're going to talk about this in a whole nother video, but I'm telling you, the only person you truly can rely on for your business is you and the people who are watching over it and helping you guide through this process. Okay, so you have to eliminate distractions out your life, because at the end of the day, you're going to be spending money on things that you don't need to be spending money on. Like me, I have a bad spending habit, and I had to acknowledge that I had a bad spending habit. And why did I have a bad spending habit? Because I didn't know how to deal with my emotions properly. And being that I didn't know how to deal with my emotions properly, my way of coping was going out and shopping. That's why I said you have to evaluate. Then you have to have mental alignment. Now that I'm mentally aligned, I know how to properly work through and deal with my emotions. I'm not going to buy things the moment that I'm sad, but it took time and it took work. This stuff didn't happen overnight. It took me months to do this. Okay, or I would go out and party with some friends or party with some family, and it didn't really help. Like, okay, I realized in the moment, okay, yeah, I felt good because I was out partying, but then as soon as I came back home, I was back depressed. I didn't handle my emotions. Learn how to cope. Learn how to handle and deal with your emotions, not just cope them and put a mask over them. That is why I said mental alignment. Everything is connected, okay? So yeah, process of elimination. Eliminate all things that are not good for you. Now that you eliminated things that are not good for you, now you can kind of see the vision a little bit clearer. Now you can kind of be guided to do the right things. Now it is time to become disciplined. Discipline is not easy. I was a person who had little to no discipline, okay? And I'm not talking about just discipline from your family, different discipline from your friends, your family and your parents and stuff like that. I mean self-discipline. How do you act in situations that make you angry? Are you going to lash out and blow up? Because that was me. I would lash out and blow up because I had no self-discipline. I was easily controlled. I let people control my emotions the moment they knew exactly what to say to me to get a reaction out of me. Have self-discipline. I didn't have discipline over my finances. If I seen something, I wanted it and I got it right then and there. That's not self-discipline. Getting focused. Here's what I'm saying about getting focused. You have to prioritize this, okay? You have to prioritize the things that you have in your life. If you are working and if you are going to school, you can still have a business. It's just, how do you manage your time? You cannot sit there and say, oh, I don't have no time. You do have the time. But instead of wasting your time, like I said, being around people who do not benefit you and doing things that are not good for you, you need to be investing time in your business. So set a schedule for yourself. If you go to school or you go to work in the morning, then maybe you'll have to wake up an hour earlier or 2 hours earlier. Set a bedtime schedule for yourself, because now you know you have to wake up early. So now you cannot be leaving work and going out and coming back home at 12 o'clock at night, knowing that you have to get up early to make time for your business. Okay? Set a schedule. Energy. Understand that having a business is an investment. You are investing your time, your money, and your energy into this. It's almost like having a baby, okay? Because at first I didn't think about it really, but now I look at my business as my child, because this is something that I want to see grow, right? When people have kids, you know you're going to see it grow up, right? And what do you have to do? You have to spend time with your kid, right? You have to put money into your kid, because you have to feed your kid. You have to sit there and put your energy into it, because this is something that I have to nurture and care for. Think of your business as a baby, okay? Because eventually it's going to grow and be able to sustain and have stability on its own. But before, in the beginning process, in the beginning stages, you have to put everything into it, right? Okay, so your energy, that's why I said process of elimination. You should not be putting your energy in things that do not benefit you, okay? I had to learn that the hard way. If you are in a relationship and this guy is not good for you, and you constantly have to worry about what it is he's doing, where he's going, let me go online and find out who he's messing with, you're putting your energy into the wrong things. That energy and that time that you're wasting on trying to figure out what it is he's doing, you could be putting that into your business. Put the same energy that you're putting into that relationship into your business. Spending time with friends who don't benefit you and who always talk down on you and don't really have your best interest, put that energy into your business, okay? I'm telling you, I had to learn the hard way. And understand, like I said, this is not an easy process. That's why I said in my Q&A, starting a business is not easy. It is truly hard. It is hard. But with these steps and tips that I'm giving you, if you do this before you go into business, I promise you, it is going to help make the process much easier. Finances. You have to become disciplined with your finances. Now, like I said, I wasn't good at my finances at all. As long as there was money in my account, I was spending it. As long as I made a profit from my business, I was spending it. And that is not what you should do. Do not be like me. Do not follow me. One thing that I did do was I created a budgeting system for myself. If you all would like to see a video on my budgeting system, I will be happy to record it. Just comment down below. I also learned I had to save. Okay? Save your money, okay? I cannot stress saving enough. Do not go out to eat every single night. I used to be, let me be honest, back in high school, I cannot believe the only things I spent my money on was Ubers and DoorDash. Do you know what I could have done with all that money? I mean, I was spending thousands a month on just Uber and DoorDash. Learn how to cook. Save your money. Take public transportation. I personally don't take public transportation. I learned how to drive because I knew that I was not going to be a person after high school that wanted to be on the train. I did not like public transportation, so I had to learn how to drive. Unless it is something that you are investing in your craft, like taking a class or buying books and stuff that you know are going to help you with your business, do not spend money on things that you do not need. I'm telling you. And now I'm not saying don't go out, hang out with your friends. Don't go get your nails done. Don't go get your hair done. I'm not saying that, but learn how to budget that. I learned how to break things down and budget it. Now that we have evaluated, aligned, we did process of elimination, and then we got focused and disciplined. Now here is the key tip. This right here is key. This is something that I wish somebody would have yoked me up and said, Taz, move in silence. Do not tell everybody what it is you're doing and what it is you're working on, because not everybody has your best interest. And I'm telling you that right now. When you start telling people what it is that you're working on, and when you start telling people that you want to better your life, people who are genuinely connected to you for the wrong reasons will start moving differently. I'm telling you. But that's why I said you have to become spiritually aligned, so that you can see these things. Like, God is going to reveal to you the people who are not good for you. He's going to reveal people's true colors to you. That's why I said, when you are not in alignment with your thoughts and not in alignment spiritually, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to have a bunch of people in your ear telling you, oh no, I don't think you should do this. Oh no, you can't do it. You're not going to be good at this. Oh no, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. And it's going to distract you from your purpose, from the vision that God is clearly placing in your life to fulfill. So that's why I said, move in silence. Too many people being in your business is going to distract you. You do not need 20 people helping you with your business. You don't. In the beginning process, you really don't. You have a vision. You have it as what it is that you want to do, and stay true to your vision. Listen to what he's trying to tell you to do to fulfill it. He knows. God knows it all. Whoever you believe in knows it all. So listen to them. So yes, move in silence. My biggest mistake was I was telling a bunch of people I was going to start a business. Also, do not share your ideas with people, because that is one of my biggest regrets. I'm a creative person, so I come up with a lot of creative ideas. And me sharing my creativity with people is like, sometimes it's so that I can help the other person. But then it's like, I shared this idea with you. You're not even going to do anything with the idea I gave to you. And now I'm going to act on the idea that I gave to you, because one, it was my idea. And keep your ideas to yourself. If you really and truly need input, because there is some times where I do need input. I do want to know, like, okay, is this good? What can I do to make this better? Go to 1 to 3 people max. 1 to 3 people max. Okay, like I said, you do not want 10,000 people's opinions, too many people in your business knowing what you're doing, because like I said, not everybody has your best interest, and not everybody is genuine. They're not. Another thing, do not post your every move on social media. If there was a definition of somebody who posted everything on social media, it was me. Till this day, I be like, yo, what was I thinking? I look at people who post everything on social media, and it's like, sis, why are you doing that? Now, like I said in my vlog, I don't have a personal social media anymore. Like, I don't need it. Like, y'all don't need to be in my business unless it is my business. And then my business pages are still open. By the way, you can follow them at JuryahT Collection on Instagram and JuryahT Cosmetics. And I am also on TikTok at JuryahT Collection. And if you want to see a little bit of my day-to-day, I also do have a TikTok called LifeofJuryahT. But yeah, outside of that, I don't have a personal Instagram page. I'm not on Snapchat no more, because it was like, okay, yeah, I kept Snapchat because I was like, all right, maybe I could promote my business and stuff like that. But those people wasn't even supporting my business. They was just watchers. Literally, they was watchers. And I was like, all right, you know what? It's time for me to get rid of this app. So yeah, do not post your every move on social media. Do not tell people what it is you're working on. Just let them see. Because the more people that you tell, and the people who give you negative feedback, is gonna not want you to fulfill the business in the first place. But if you don't tell nobody you're starting a business, and you don't post it on social media, when they see, you're gonna take the world by storm. Because guess what? You didn't have people's negative input. And another reason why I said it's good to move in silence, because let's say you want to work on something, right? And you're talking about, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and let's say you never get to do it because you change your mind. Now you have all these other people looking at you like, oh, what happened to this? Reminding you of the thing that you said you do, but you change your mind. Now you have to give people an explanation. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Understand that. And then also, like, you don't want to post your ideas or show that you're working on something, because somebody can see that and then take your idea and turn it into their own. So like I said, move and work in silence. So this is the end of my video. I hope these 5 tips are helpful to you, because these are things that I wish I knew in the beginning of starting my process. Understand that this is a process. This is going to take time. These are not things that you're going to accomplish in a week, let alone a month. Or you can, depending on how hard you put in the work. If you put that work in and you are working on the things that you need to work on, and you're eliminating things out of your life that aren't good, you can accomplish these things within a month. But understand, don't have patience. Oh, that's another thing. Patience is key. I was the most impatient person ever. I couldn't even wait in line for my food order without becoming impatient. If it took too long, I was agitated. I was irritated. Learn patience. Be calm. Just wait. Trust the process. That's why I said becoming spiritually aligned is important, because then you'll know that what is meant for you will always be meant for you. So whether it takes you 5 months or 5 years to start a successful business, it is still meant for you to have a successful business. So that's it. I don't want this video to be too long. Next week I will be uploading another list of things that you need to do and go through before starting a business. But yes, getting your mental together, evaluating your life, process of elimination, getting disciplined, getting grounded, and moving in silence are important, and they are essential. Okay, so yes, I hope you all liked this video, and if you did, please like, share, and comment and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye y'all.